Okay, hello. Welcome to this very important update in regards to the brand new subway cars, which are the R268 cars. Without further ado, I'm gonna get started with this. So we're gonna start by saying like 378 R268 cars are going to be manufactured by Kawasaki and was funded on a $68 billion 2025 to 2025 capital plan. So that was where the money's gonna come from. So we're going to get started with this part right here, where Governor Kathy Hochul said the new subway cars will carry billions of riders over their lifetime, connecting people and places we hold dear with the safety and reliability New Yorkers need and deserve. And then we're going to go on to what Jana Lieber said about the purchase of the new R268s. He says, this purchase allows us to replace cars at the end of their useful life before they start breaking down. And by building on the successful procurement of the R211 train cars, we were able to save money on nearly 400 modern subway cars. And they're going to be able to support CBTC, allowing for more accurate real-time train arrivals. So signal monetization projects are currently underway on the A, C, E, F, and G lines. Funding from congestion pricing will support monetization on signals on the Fulton Street and Liberty Avenue lines on the A and C trains in Brooklyn and Queens, and the 6th Avenue line of the B, D, F, and M trains in Manhattan. Funding secured in the 2025 to 2029 capital plan. Will also support future signal monetization efforts on the A, Rockaway Shuttle, and the J and Z trains from the Williamsburg Bridge to Broad Street, and the N, Q, R, and W trains in Manhattan and Astoria. So Broadway CBTC is also going to be in this as well. That's going to be after 6th Avenue, however. The R268 cars will be delivered by Kawasaki Rail Car beginning in fall 2028, and all cars to be delivered by 2030, allowing the MTA to retire the last of the R68 and R68 cars, A cars, and transition to the B division to an all-modern technology fleet with all cars capable of delivering CBTC service. The R268 cars are needed to replace New York City Transit's aging R68 and R68 A cars that are currently in service on the B, D, N, Q, W, and the Franklin Avenue Shuttle are nearing the end of their service life. These new cars will feature modern passenger amenities, including pre-installed security cameras in every car, more accessible screens, more accessible seating, brighter lights, and clear signage. In addition to these cars will provide dramatic upgrades in reliability and performance compared to the aging cars they've been replacing. The cost of the contract is $1.507 billion. I'm going to go on to Dimitris Krislow's statement saying these new train cars will make a world of a difference for transit riders by forwarding our efforts to provide safe and reliable service, improving the customer experience. And with the addition of CBTC to more parts of the system, we can run faster and more frequent service for riders. And this is one of the parts in the 2025 to 2029 capital plan. So we're going to take a look at this. The Kawasaki Rail Car president, Yusuke Hiro, said Governor Hochul and MTA Chair and CEO Jana Lieber remain steadfast in their commitment to modernizing New York City Transit's rolling stock. The R268 contract will not only secure employment for hundreds of workers in our Yonkers facility, but to deliver state-of-the-art, high-quality subway cars to New York City riders with a milestone we surpassed of over 4,000 cars. Sorry, my mistake. 4,000 cars produced for New York City Transit, and we're excited to continue building for the city's future. So this is very, very exciting with the R268s. There's going to be 295 car sets and 88 4-car sets. So we're going to see how they're going to distribute the cars, but my given prediction will give 290 R268s to the N, Q, and W trains, whereas the 88 R268 cars, which are the 4-car sets, could go to the C. But there are some concerns about that I do want to address as well. So I'll get started with that here. The R268s, the 4-car models, are going to be making the C 100% A-car sets. So I'm not sure how they're going to do that. Maybe they assign them to East New York for the L train, so which could allow the R179s to go straight to the C train, making the C 100% R179 with the 8-car units. So that's a possibility there. That's probably what I'm seeing happen. So I'm about to get started on how this is going to affect the R211As in the second option, which I'm about to show you right now. All right, so now I'm gonna show you the chart, how this is going right now. So as you can see, that all of option 1 is going to be for Coney Island, which I'm not sure if that's going to be the case now, given the R268 has been awarded and could possibly be interoperable, kind of like how the 142As and 188s are on the 7. But we're going to wait and see because, you know, MTA always likes to mix up a lot of things when it comes to this. But without further ado, we're going to get started on the breakdowns. But, you know, I can definitely see now, since the last time I made this, I can definitely see most of these going to most, if not all of them, are going to go to Coney Island. And the reason for that is because the MTA likes to keep things orderly. Now we're going to look into the option 2 order, which says it's going to go to concourse, which I think makes the most sense. And the reason for this is because it's a 1-to-1 replacement, and I think would definitely be beneficial for that. Or they can give concourse the second option and transfer out the 68s to the NQ and W, because the R68As do have problems, and I think it's best to replace those first or something like that. Or another thing is, and there's some people are actually saying, is that a good portion of the first option goes to the D. That's another possibility. They get assigned to the concourse yard, and then the second option goes to Coney Island, other way around. But however, I don't know if that's even going to happen, because, you know, they're going to put them on, they say they were going to put them on the D once the B is complete. But now I kind of don't see that, because, you know, you have to also take the spare factor on how much the B and Q need. It's because the B needs 300 cars or 30 sets with 5 to 6 sets for spares. And the reason for that is because there's 25 in the AM and 24 in the PM, while the Q uses 21 consists with 4 sets for spares. So that you have to take into accountability for when it comes to assigning cars. Now I'm going to show you the R211Ts as well. So you look at 48, 55 to 89 up to 49, 34. Now this is where my predictions for the R268s will come in. The predicted numbers that I have for the R268s are going to be 49.35 to 53.13. So, and for the 290 cars, or the 5-car sets, would probably be from 49.35 to 52.24, something like that, I think is going to be. I'm gonna put the breakdown in the description so you guys could see it. So other than that, I think I'm going to conclude the video here. That could be why they may want to assign the second option to Coney Island, so that they can be interoperable or something like that. And plus the numbers could be more organized like that as well, because, and yeah, so other than that, that's it. And I will see you all in the next.